Have you ever heard of a continent that supposedly vanished beneath the ocean? An ancient paradise said to be home to a spiritually advanced race of humans? Before Atlantis ever made headlines, there was Lemuria, the mysterious lost land believed to have once stretched across the Indian and Pacific Oceans. But did it really exist? Or is it just another legend born from science, myth, and human imagination? Let's uncover the truth behind the lost civilization of Lemuria. The story begins in the mid-19th century, not in ancient temples or sunken ruins, but in the notebooks of scientists. In the 1860s, a British zoologist named Philip Sclater was studying the distribution of lemurs, small primates found only in Madagascar and India, but strangely not in Africa or the Middle East in between. He wondered, how could these animals have appeared in such distant regions without a land bridge connecting them? Sclater proposed that perhaps, long ago, there was a massive continent linking Madagascar, Africa, India, and Southeast Asia, a land that had since sunk beneath the ocean. He called it Lemuria, after the lemurs that inspired his idea. At first, this was just a scientific hypothesis to explain evolution and migration. But what happened next transformed Lemuria from a zoological theory into one of the most fascinating lost world legends in human history. As the idea spread, spiritualists and occult thinkers of the late 1800s took hold of it. The most influential among them was Helena Blavatsky, founder of the Theosophical Society. She claimed that Lemuria wasn't just a continent, it was the cradle of an ancient, highly evolved race called the Lemurians. According to her writings, Lemurians were giants, some with translucent skin, who possessed deep spiritual powers and telepathic abilities. They lived in harmony with nature and had knowledge of cosmic forces far beyond what humanity understands today. They were said to be the third root race, existing long before Atlantis and the modern human age. But their civilization, according to legend, was destroyed in a catastrophic event. Massive volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and rising seas swallowed Lemuria, leaving only traces scattered across the Pacific. And here's where it gets eerie. Many island cultures across the Pacific, from Hawaii to Easter Island, speak of ancient ancestors who came from a great land that sank beneath the sea. Some call it Mu, others refer to it as the motherland. Could these myths all be remembering the same forgotten continent? Modern science, however, tells a different story. By the early 20th century, the theory of plate tectonics explained continental drift, making the idea of a sunken supercontinent unnecessary. The Indian subcontinent had once been part of a massive southern landmass called Gondwana, which broke apart over millions of years. No mysterious missing continent required. Geologists say there's no evidence of a lost land the size of Lemuria beneath the ocean. But interestingly, underwater structures and volcanic plateaus, like Zealandia, a submerged continent near New Zealand, prove that large portions of land can sink and vanish over time. So maybe, just maybe, Lemuria wasn't pure fiction after all. There's also the mystery of Kumari Kandam, an ancient Tamil legend from southern India. Old Tamil texts speak of a vast kingdom south of India that was destroyed by the sea. Its people were said to be the ancestors of the Tamil civilization, who escaped before the flood. Many modern scholars believe that Kumari Kandam and Lemuria might be two versions of the same lost story, one scientific, the other mythological. Could ancient memories of real geological events, massive floods, tsunamis, or land loss, have evolved into the legend of Lemuria? Even today, Lemuria captures imaginations. In the Pacific island of Mount Shasta in California, many spiritual communities claim that Lemurian descendants still live deep within the mountain. an underground city of light called Talos. People report strange lights, mysterious symbols, and even encounters with tall, glowing beings said to be the guardians of ancient wisdom. Skeptics dismiss these as myths and hallucinations, but believers insist that Lemuria's legacy lives on, not in ruins, but in consciousness. They say that Lemuria wasn't just a place. It was a state of spiritual awakening humanity once knew, and must rediscover again. So what was Lemuria, really? A lost continent swallowed by the sea? A scientific mistake that turned into a global myth? Or an ancient memory buried deep within human history, echoing through cultures, waiting to be understood? Maybe the truth is somewhere in between. Perhaps the Earth has seen many worlds rise and fall, some remembered, some erased, and perhaps Lemuria's story is a reminder that even when lands vanish, the memory of what they represented never truly sinks. Because sometimes, the greatest mysteries aren't buried under the ocean. They're buried within us.